All right, let's talk about how you set this up. Let's come up with two equations, and then maybe if you're stuck on that, maybe it'll help you from there. So we're solving a system. We have two variables, right? The two variables are pants and a briefcase, right? The sum of the prices, so this is the first clue right here. The sum of the prices of the pants and the briefcase before sales tax was 130. So what's a sum mean to do? So let's say pants and briefcase for a total of 130. There it is, right? Next part. Let's go to this. There was no sales tax on the pants and a 9% sales tax on the briefcase. So none on the pants, 9% on the briefcase. And then the total with sales tax was 136.75. So that's the other clue. So no sales tax on the pants, this first part. So that'd be pants plus, I'm going to fill in this little space here that I'm leaving. And then it's a total of 136.75. What does it mean if there's a 9% sales tax? So that means it costs more, obviously, right? So this is something that we've talked about before with exponential word problems back, obviously, before the break. So 9% sales tax. Is that less? Is that a discount? Or is it paying more? Paying more, right? So you're paying 100%, but you're also paying an extra 9%, right? So you're paying 109% of the original price of the briefcase. So what would I write in this little space here? Would I write 109? Yeah, 1.09. There you go. So that's the other equation there. Now, I'm going to pause this real quick, and let's see if you can solve, now that we have the two equations, let's see if you can solve for one of them, right? Keeping in mind that eventually the main point says, what was the price of the pants? So eventually you have to solve for letter P, okay? All right, so the way I would do this is elimination. So here's what I mean. We could do this. Multiply the top or the bottom by a negative, right? Everything. Or you could just subtract whatever you want to do. So here, make all these negative. Just flip them. And then do what? Hello? Add. Thank you. All right, so now these are eliminated. And then this is 0.09. B. Why is it 0.09? Because what's up here, really? Yeah, there's a 1 there, right? So that gets lost in some people. All right, so now there's 6.75 left over. You could use a calculator. So let's do that. 6.75. B is 75. But we're not done because you have to find the price of the pants. When originally they had told us that the pants plus the briefcase is $130, right? So if you know the briefcase is 75, then the pants must be yeah, 55. Did we get it? Okay, blink twice if you got it right. Congratulations. All right. Everybody else is like, no, I'm not blinking, Mr. Ray. My eyes are glued open. Staring contest. All right. Hey, let's try another one. Try that example 2 on your sheet. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes, okay? inequality, right? So let's break it down. Here's the important parts. John jogs at 6 miles per hour and bikes at 12 miles per hour, right? So we're talking about two variables already. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks. So J and B, right? That's where those two things come from. His goal is to jog and ride his bike a total of at least 9 miles. This is another part that's important. At least 9 miles. So notice down here, the system is set up in the form of an inequality, right? So the reason that is because of that highlighted part there. Jog and ride his bike a total of at least. Now, this is a confusing thing for a lot of people. If I say at least, jog and bike at least 9, what's the inequality sign? Yeah, it's got to be more than, right? Or equal to 9. At least. That means 9 is the lowest number. So that rules out some automatically. It can't be B and it can't be C. On C, they switch the 9 and the 1. All right. Now, on some of your system of equation word problems, there's one problem that is very, very similar to this on your con assignment that we have been doing. All right. So the second clue has to do with the speeds at which he's riding. I'm going to highlight this part right here. It says no more than 1 hour. No more than 1 hour. All right. I'm going to show you the answer based on two different things. First of all, 1 hour. So 1 is going to be on the side of the inequality over here. No more than 1. And 1 is in hours, right? So that means whatever we do over here with the J and the B, this has to be in hours. Right? That's what we're talking about. So there's something that I've helped out some of you with, and it's this sort of situation. Distance is rate times time, right up here. Distance is rate times time. Distance is rate times time, right? And each one of these is in hours. But J is distance, right? Isn't that distance? And what is this? Is that time, distance, or rate? Which one? That's rate. It's a speed, correct? All right. So when we do this and we want time to be in the equation, because that's what we're talking about in this inequality, then time is equal to distance divided by the rate. We have to do it this way in order to match up with our units. So we want this to be hours. We want this to be hours. In order to make that happen, we have to take the distance, which is J and B, and we have to divide by the rate. The rate was 6 miles per hour, and then for bike, it was 12 miles per hour. However, you didn't even really need to do that or know that because of this right here. It says no more than 1 hour. Does that include 1? It's kind of funky, isn't it? See, in my opinion, couldn't this be here? Shouldn't it be like that? I think it should. All right, no more than 1 hour. So it has to be less than an hour. See, the answer is A, and I kind of disagree with this. I wish it had an underline there. Right? I've got the study guide up here, and then when I copied, let me show you. When I looked at it on the study guide, it was different than the question that's present here. Oh, shoot, sorry. See that? Look at choice A. So this is kind of a trick, a dirty trick. It should have a little equal sign under it, shouldn't it? If it says no more than, then you can have up to and including 1. So anyway, that was kind of odd. So on the study guide, it says that, and A is still correct. But that's why A has those different units there. All right, next one we're going to do. Try this one out. This is a basic example of a word problem. Work this out. I'll give you about 2 minutes. We're going fast. All right, Hazel and Leo are comparing the number of keys on their keychain. If Leo has 4 more keys on his keychain than Hazel does, and the two have 18 keys combined, how many keys does Hazel have? This isn't too bad. You could probably just go through and kind of check without using a lot of math. How many of you did something other than set up a system? Anybody? You just kind of guess and check? Anybody? This wouldn't be so bad to do because they have to be whole numbers, don't they? Like you can't have a half of a key. That'd be too hard, you know. That doesn't make any sense. So first thing is Leo has 4 more keys on his keychain than Hazel. So Leo has Hazel amount of keys plus 4. Right? Second part, and the two have 18 keys combined. So they would have a sum of 18. Now you can use substitution. So this is the other method we learned. H plus 4 takes the place of L. A little sloppy, I'm going fast. Now we can combine like terms and solve. Solve this in 2 steps. Subtract 4 and then divide by 2. Hazel has to have 7. Right? If Hazel has 7, then if they somehow ask for who is it, Leo? Leo would have 11, right? 11 and 7, they work. Okay, questions there on that one? Okay, last one. Let's do the harder example, and then I'll leave you alone today. All right, so let's go through those last 3 real quick. What's the answer here on this this one? Systems of linear equations. Oh, not that one. On the wrong one. This one. The harder example. No, it's not. Yeah, this is a little tricky, and it's because of this. Let me show you, all right? One adult brought 4 children, right? So that'd be one adult, that's $4 plus 4 children times $2, right? So this particular part right here that I circled, that is 12, right? It's 12 total bucks. The second part says here, the remaining adults brought 2 children each, and the total was 60. All right, so that means we have $12 already in the red. For the blue part, we've got a certain number of adults times $4 plus hello. They each brought how many people? 2. All right, so this gets, let me back this out a little bit. Right, so the adults plus the children, $4, right? Sorry, $4 for an adult. Oh my gosh, what is happening with this? It's so funky. For every child, right? Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not doing that right. Whoa, why does that keep erasing? I have no idea. It's so weird. All right, but anyway, each one of these families, this is what I'm getting at, is going to be how much in dollars? 8, right? Every single group is the same. Every group is an adult with 2 children. right? How much is an adult with 2 children? $8, right? Here's an adult and 2 children. So that's $8. So 8 groups of whatever. Just put R. They used R in the example on con. So if that's true, now we can solve. Now watch. This is R for remaining adults. All right, so 8R is equal to 48, which means R is 6. That means there's 6 more adults. But the question is, how many total children and adults? 7 adults, right? Because there are 6 remaining, but there was also this one up here. So it's kind of tricky. All right. All right, next one. Let's try this one. You could plug in each one of these using the information above. I'll go kind of fast here. The correct answer is here. You can just kind of plug them in and check to make sure it satisfies the different things they're talking about. Okay. I'm not going to go in detail on that one. Last one, harder example, actually to me would be the easiest of the two, right? If we identify the phrases that they use for the inequalities like this, at least 20. I don't even have to know what they're referencing. I don't care about the variables. If I sort through these, and most of these SAT questions are the same way, at least 20, and then no more than 100. So at least 20 would be like this. Has to be greater than or equal to 20. And this one, no more than 100. No more than 100. Only D has those two. Okay? Now, for today, if you're done with your homework, then you should do these two on SAT practice. If you're not done with your homework, you should do any homework that you have to be left over. Okay? There you go.